Part C, Directions. In this part of the test, you will hear several talk. After each talk, you will hear several questions. The talks and the questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Here is an example. On the recording you hear, listen to a talk about BlackBerry.
BlackBerry, developed and designed by Canadian company Research in Motion, RAM, is very famous nowadays. RAM has developed it since 1999. BlackBerry functions as a personal digital assistant with address book, calendar, memo pad, and task list capabilities. It also functions as a portable media player with support for music and video playback and camera and video capabilities. BlackBerry is famous for its ability to send and receive push internet email wherever mobile network service coverage is present or through Wi-Fi connectivity. BlackBerry has the ability to use wireless data efficiently while using less power than other phones. BlackBerry is a powerful messaging phone with a large array of messaging features in a smartphone today, including auto text, auto correct, text prediction, support for many languages, keyboard shortcut, text emoticons, push email, push Facebook, Twitter and MySpace notifications, push eBay notifications, push instant messaging with BlackBerry Messenger, Google Talk, ICQ, Windows Live Messenger, AOL Instant Messenger, and Yahoo Messenger.
Now listen to a sample question. When did RAM begin developing BlackBerry? In your book you will read A. in 1989, B. in 1999, C. in 2009, D. in 1899. The best answer to the question, when did RAM begin developing BlackBerry, is B. in 1999. Therefore, the correct choice is B. Now listen to another sample question. What will happen if there is no mobile service coverage? In your book you will read A. BlackBerry becomes uninteresting, B. BlackBerry will be broken, C. BlackBerry can be used to access other internet services, D. BlackBerry cannot send and receive internet email. The best answer to the question, what will happen if there is no mobile service coverage, is D. BlackBerry cannot send and receive internet email. Therefore, the correct choice is D. Remember, you should not take notes or write in your test book. Now, we will begin Part C with the first talk.
Questions 39 through 42. Listen to a woman talking to a group of part-time employees. Good morning, everybody. I'm Nadia Shawn, the manager of the student store. All of you have been selected to work part-time in the store while you are finishing your college studies. What I'd like to do is to prepare a work schedule, and I want to get some pieces of information from all of you in order to make up the work schedule. First of all, I'd like to know the hours that you are free to work. Each of you will be assigned 15 hours of work per week. Those hours could be any time that the store is open, on weekdays, in the evenings, or on weekends. I want all of you to write down for your class schedule so that I will know when you have free time to work in the store. Another piece of information that I need from you is your job preference. Most of the jobs that are available are working as a cashier or stocking the shelves with goods. There are also a few positions working in the business office. Please write down the job you prefer. I cannot promise that all of you will work as you prefer when I make the schedule, but I will try my best to arrange the work schedule based on your preference. Number 39. Who is Nadia Shawn? Number 40. What does Nadia Shawn want to do next? Number 41. What does Nadia Shawn want to know from the students? Number 42. Which is not mentioned as a possible position for the students in the store? Questions 43 through 46. Listen to a talk given by a student advisor.
Alright, I'm Mr. Pearson, your advisor. I want to tell you about the policies if you want to drop classes in this university. It's important to understand these policies or your grades will suffer. One of the policies in this university is that you cannot drop a course within the first 2 weeks of the semester. To drop a course, you first need to get the signature of lecturer of the course you want to drop on an official drop form. After that, you should come to me as your advisor to get my signature. There are some important points you need to know. First, you cannot drop a course after the first 2 weeks of the semester. Even though you have a problem in a course, you cannot drop the course after the first 2 weeks. Second, if you decide to stop attending a course without going through the official drop procedures, the course will remain on your schedule and you will get a failing grade. These procedures are important to be understood and followed so that you will not have any problems during the semester. Any questions?
Number 43. What is the talk mainly about? Number 44. When can students drop a course? Number 45. What does a student need to do after he or she gets the signature of the lecturer of the course? Number 46. What will happen if a student does not continue attending the course without dropping it formally? Questions 47 through 50. Listen to a talk given by a professor.
Last week we already discussed animal habitats. What I'd like to discuss today is one of the most astonishing behaviours in the animal world: dancing bees. In the 1960s, a German scientist named Carl von Frisch noticed something really remarkable. As he was observing honeybees, he noticed that some of the bees, which he called scout bees, flew out of the hive to look for food. When a scout found a site where there was food, it flew back to the beehive and started dancing. This dance was a sign to the other honeybees that the scout had found a place where the food was. After the dance, some of the bees flew from the hive straight to the side of the food. Von Frisch named the bees that collect the food forager bees. He thought the scout bees' dance told the forager bees 3 things. First, the smell of the food it had found. Second, which direction to fly to reach the food. And third, the distance of the food site from the beehive. Von Frisch won the 1973 Nobel Prize for this discovery, but many scientists were sceptical of his theory. They didn't believe it was the dance that led the forager bees to food. Instead, they thought it might be the smell of the food on the dancing bee, or maybe that they just followed the scout back to the food site. Well, very recently, some British scientists used a new type of radar to prove that von Frisch's theory was indeed correct. It is the dance that communicates this information about food to other bees.
Number 47. In which course would this lecture most probably be given? Number 48. What did a scout do when it found some food in a certain place? Number 49. Which of the following is not informed through the scout bee's dance? Number 50. According to some skeptical scientists, what made the forager bees know the food site? This is the end of Section 1. Stop work on Section 1. Turn off your CD player now.